Science can explain most things we find in nature, but every once in a while, an inexplicable phenomenon baffles everyone and scientists alike. From unexplainable orbs of light to dancing trees, we take a look at 10 of the strangest phenomena we've found that science just can't explain. Marfa Lights. Marfa is a small desert town in West Texas. For years, residents there have reported seeing mysterious glowing orbs that appear in the night sky. According to eyewitnesses, the lights, known as the Marfa Lights, appear to be the size of basketballs and they vary in color: white, blue, yellow, red, and orange. The lights reportedly hover, twinkle, flicker, and sometimes split into two. Even more strangely, they float up into the air and dart quickly across the sky. There is no predicting when the Marfa Lights will appear, and there is no consistent specific time of year or weather event that causes their appearance, which makes them difficult to explain. The Marfa Lights were first reported in 1883 when a local cowhand saw the lights and thought they were from Native American campfires, but there had been no evidence of any fires in that area. Physics students at the University of Texas have attempted to explain the lights, calling them an optical illusion resulting from varying air temperatures. Other theories explain the lights are ignited gas, which is emitted from the many oil and natural gas reserves located in West Texas. Still, other theories blame extraterrestrial aliens and, of course, ghosts. Two suns over China. What appeared to be two suns in the sky were caught on camera in China in 2011. One sun was fuzzy and orange, and the other sun was yellow and crisp. The two oval-shaped suns appeared side by side, and although the yellow one more closely resembled Earth's sun, neither of the suns was the obvious actual sun. Not fully explained by science, the double sun image is believed to be an effect of extremely rare optical refraction, like a mirage. A very specific set of circumstances would have to occur to create the illusion, which would be either an atmospheric event or ice particles that would refract sunlight in such a way to create the appearance of two suns. Corioactis gaster. Corioactis gaster is the scientific name for what's known as the devil's cigar. It's a mushroom, technically, but the devil's cigar grows up from the ground unlike any other mushroom. It looks like a dark cigar before it splits into several sections. When the split happens, it creates between 4 and 7 sections of the mushroom, and an audible hiss is heard as the mushroom spits out a smoky cloud of spores. As if this weren't odd enough, the devil's cigar only grows in a couple of very remote locations on the planet, and those locations are almost 7,000 miles apart. On 3 isolated islands in Japan, the mushrooms grow on the stumps and dead roots of oak trees. And in Texas, they grow on the stumps and dead roots of elm trees. How and why the same uniquely strange organism lives in 2 completely different environments separated by the Pacific Ocean has scientists baffled. Tornado in the sea. A waterspout is defined as a small diameter column of rapidly swirling air that comes in contact with a water surface, like a tornado that hits the top of the water. Waterspouts are almost always produced by a growing cumulus cloud, and may assume many shapes and may resemble tornadoes, whirlwinds, and firestorms. But it has only been recently that the origin and workings of waterspouts have been understood. They've been observed since ancient times and can explain the disappearance of small crafts to large ships. Waterspouts are believed to sometimes draw fish and frogs from the water into its vortex and then drop them onto land, thus accounting for the reported falling of such objects, previously believed to be a supernatural or biblical occurrence. Morning glory cloud. Morning glory clouds have been seen at several locations around the world, but Australia is the only place in the world where these rare cloud formations can be accurately predicted. The morning glory cloud is a rare meteorological phenomenon where a cloud forms that looks like a long roll or a cylinder. The cloud is developed by varying air temperatures that create the cloud in the front but then erode the cloud at the back. The cloud is a solitary wave that remains constant, with a crest that remains the same size and shape. For this reason, hang gliders who know how to ride the cloud wave are often seen at the side of these clouds. They can float just at the crest of the wave for as long as they like, or until the air changes temperature and the morning glory cloud evaporates. The Taos hum. Residents in a small town in New Mexico called Taos have reported hearing an unusual hum. The low humming noise, known as the Taos hum, was first reported in the early 1990s, and a professor at the University of New Mexico conducted a survey to gain more information. Of the residents who were surveyed about the hum, only 2% reported that they detected the noise. Sensitive equipment was set up around the homes of those who heard the noise to measure vibrations and sounds. However, after extensive testing, nothing out of the ordinary was detected. But residents continued to report hearing the Taos hum. Some described it as a buzz, a whir, or a low, constant humming noise. Not everyone heard the same thing, but this was puzzling to scientists. Many different theories have been offered as an explanation, ranging from government mind control experiments to underground UFO bases, the paranormal, to simply the creative imaginations of the laid-back, artsy community that make up the town of Taos. Dancing Forest. Dozens of trees in Russia make up what is known as the Dancing Forest. The trees in the Dancing Forest have trunks that are twisted, turned, and contorted into rings, spirals, and loops. The exact reason for the trunk's wild contortion remains a mystery. The trees were originally planted in the 1960s to stabilize the sand in the area. Some claim that the loose sand has made the trees unstable themselves and caused them to grow in a crooked fashion. Others say that moths damaged the trees in their early growth stages, and as the trees grew towards the sun, their deformities had already formed. Some blame the strong wind, some blame human manipulation, and some claim that positive and negative energies clash at this particular spot, causing the tree's misshapenness. Still, others are convinced that the tree's bending and twistedness is a result of climate change. While we're at it, let us know what you think the reason is in the comments. Potomsky Crater. The Potomsky Crater has baffled scientists for decades. It's located in Siberia, hundreds of miles from the nearest city, and the locals call it Fire Eagle Nest. They fear that it has strange and deadly powers, taking out animals and any explorers who get too close to it. It is 520 feet in diameter and 140 feet in height, with a depressed center in the ring measuring almost 40 feet high. The crater was discovered in 1949 by Russian geologist Vadim Kolpakov, who believed the crater to be the result of a falling meteorite. The Tunguska meteor that crashed in 1908 was the likely candidate, except that theory was dispelled when the crater was dated to be about 500 years old. Several other theories about the crater emerged over the years, including a far-fetched idea that it was a neutron star that crashed straight through the Earth and punched through from the other side. A more likely explanation was that it was created by a steam and gas explosion from when rock and volcanic magma met. But if that were the case, why weren't there more of these craters in the area? If it were an object that crashed there, alien ship or earthly, why wouldn't any other materials be found? Scientists, and especially geologists, are still trying to explain the Potomsky Crater, while the indigenous people continue to fear it has evil powers. Mapimi Silent Zone. The Silent Zone in Bolson de Mapimi in Durango, Mexico, is often compared to the Bermuda Triangle because of the similar strange phenomena that occur in the area. Like the Bermuda Triangle, the Silent Zone is located between latitude parallels 26 and 28, and local legend has it that the land is responsible for strange and paranormal incidents. Radio waves cannot be transmitted in certain areas of the Silent Zone because of magnetic fields and concentrated Earth energy. Compasses don't work there, and rumors have it that you cannot hear conversations, light spheres are often seen flying overhead, the area attracts meteorites, and that aliens often land there. Tourists come from all over the world to experience the area. When they can't find the elusive Silent Zone, they ask the locals, who dismiss the rumors and theories, for directions, who then tell them to follow the road until they see the Martians. Mariana Trench Sounds. The Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench is the deepest known point in Earth's oceans. It is a crescent-shaped trough about 1,500 miles long and 42 miles wide, and is located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, nearly 7 miles below the surface. It is known that sound waves travel an incredibly long way in the water, so the Mariana Trench acts something like an echo chamber for sounds for miles around it. In 2016, scientists released the first audio recordings taken from the dark world under the ocean. strange moans, low rumbles, and high-pitched screeches can be heard. Whales and dolphins can also be heard communicating with one another. In one spectacular recording, a Category 4 tornado can be heard ranging above, and in another, the rumble of an earthquake can be detected. Not all sounds at the bottom of the Mariana Trench can be identified as natural. Sometimes ships can be heard crossing overhead, or the sounds of boat engines were detected. Many of the sounds, regardless of their origin, are equally haunting, mysterious, and beautiful. In science, unexplained doesn't always mean unexplainable. Many things about the world around us are first mysterious and can eventually be explained through research and science. We hope you enjoyed the video. Which one of these strange phenomena did you find the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments. And if you liked the video, then please click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when a new video arrives. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.